Welcome ka-Quizzlers to the channel. Are you ready for another fun activity today? Can you answer these 40 questions correctly within 8 seconds each about ancient and modern history? Are you ready? Let's get started. Who is widely considered the first emperor of China? Was it Cao Cao, Yuan Shikai, or Qin Shi Huang? It is Qin Shi Huang. The R in the USSR stands for what? Regime, royalty, or republics? It's republics. On what island did Christopher Columbus and his men first landed in the Americas in 1492? Guahani, Santa Maria, or Ildefonso? It's Guahani, now part of the Bahamas. In what year did the famous Battle of Varna between the Ottoman Empire and the Crusaders happen? 1444, 1450, or 1454? It was in 1444. It was the first ship to circumnavigate the world between 1519 and 1522 successfully. Was it Victoria, Trinidad, or Independence? It was Victoria. Which of these is not considered as the three great unifiers of Japan? Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, or Tokugawa Ieyasu? It's letter B. The other unifier is his father. It was the land acquisition of the western half of the Mississippi River Basin that was held between France and the United States in 1803. It's the Louisiana Purchase. Who was the President of the United States during World War II? It's letter C, Franklin Roosevelt. It is the cultural, artistic, political, and economic rebirth in Europe that occurred during the 14th to 17th centuries. It's the Age of Renaissance. What was the name of the series of programs and projects President Franklin D. Roosevelt enacted during the Great Depression? New Deal, New Frontier, or Reconstruction? It's the New Deal. It is a Mediterranean island that Mark Antony gifted to Cleopatra around 40 BC, right after the Roman Civil War. Sicily, Cyprus, or Sardinia? It's Cyprus. It was a series of civil wars fought over control of the English throne in the 15th century between the House of York and the House of Lancaster. It's the War of the Roses. The Renaissance period is often associated with which European city? Rome, Athens, or Florence? It's Florence. The first leader of Kuomintang, he is regarded as China's forerunner of revolution and Taiwan's father of nation. Mao Zedong, Sun Yat-sen, or Chiang Kai-shek? It's Sun Yat-sen. What was the main focus of the scramble for Africa in the late 19th century? It's the European colonization of Africa. What is the prominent city in India that was in possession of the Portuguese from 1509 to 1961? Goa, Bombay, or Puducherry? It's Goa! He is a Filipino writer and activist who wrote several novels about perceived inequities and oppression of the ruling Spanish colonial government to the Filipinos at the time. It's Jose Rizal. Which of these is not a successor state to the Mongol Empire? Qin Dynasty, Chagatai Khanate, or the Golden Horde? It's the Qin dynasty. It is the period in Japanese history where power struggles between daimyos were predominant until the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate in the 16th century. It's the Sengoku period. It was a Portuguese military coup that led to the fall of Portugal's Estado Novo government and the restoration of the country's democratic government. It's the Carnation Revolution. The Opium Wars involved China and which other country? Russia, USA, or UK? It's the UK. He was one of the leaders of the Indian independence movement and the first Prime Minister of India. Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, or Chandragupta Maurya? It's Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was the first emperor of the Roman Empire? Nero, Augustus, or Julius Caesar? It's Augustus. In what year did the famous fall of Constantinople by the Ottoman Empire happen? 1444, 1449, or 1453? It was in 1453. What is the line that initially divided Vietnam into two prior to the Vietnam War? 17th parallel, 38th parallel, or 49th parallel? It's the 17th parallel. Where did Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill, and Franklin D. Roosevelt meet following the conclusion of World War II? Tehran, Yalta, or Potsdam? It was in Yalta. The Punic Wars involved the Roman Republic and which other ancient civilization? Macedonia, Carthage, or Egypt? It's Carthage. What is the name of the famous wall constructed by a Roman emperor in the north of England? London Wall, Hadrian's Wall, or the Great Wall? It's the Hadrian's Wall. He is the author of The Discourse on Inequality and The Social Contract, both being the cornerstones of modern political and social thought. It's Jean-Jacques Rousseau. What is the name of the Viking who is said to be the first European to set foot on the Americas? Ragnar Lothbrok, Harald Hardrada, or Leif Erikson? It's Leif Erikson. It was a peace treaty signed by Spain and the United States in 1898 that made the former cede the territories of Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the latter. It's the Treaty of Paris. What was the code name for the German invasion of the Soviet Union during World War II? Operation Barbarossa, Operation Neptune, or Operation Hawaii? It's the Operation Barbarossa. Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan are two prominent leaders of what historical empire? Ottoman Empire, Mongol Empire, or Timurid Empire? It's the Mongol Empire. The Byzantine Empire was a continuation of which powerful ancient empire? Greek, Roman, or Ottoman? It's the Roman Empire. What was the main purpose of the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 19th century? It's letter A. What U.S. government department was created in the wake of the September 11th attacks? It's the Homeland Security. In 1996, a sheep became the first mammal cloned from an adult somatic cell. What was the name of that sheep? It's Dolly. Alexander the Great was a prominent ruler of what ancient empire? Seleucid Empire, Ptolemaic Empire, or the Macedonian Empire? It's the Macedonian Empire. Which of these African countries maintained its independence from colonial powers during the late 19th and early 20th centuries? It's Liberia. And finally, what was widely considered as the shortest recorded war in human history? The Six-Day War, Turkish Cypriot War, or the Anglo-Zanzibar War? It's the Anglo-Zanzibar War. How many did you answer correctly? Let us know in the comments. Here are other videos that you may like. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.